Hi, I'm Juicy Jones. This is Orbital Vaping Headquarters, and you're watching Vape AM. And today, what are we talking about? The TFV8. Smok's Cloud Beast. How is this thing? Is it great? You're going to see it. I'm going to show you all the coils, do a box breakdown. We're going to call Skeletor, look at his, talk about it in the whole 9 yards. Hang on. Smok TFV8, Smok TFV8 review today. Cool intro, huh? How was that? First of all, good morning. I need a cup of coffee. And look, I'm vaping on my TFV8. It looks like no one can hear me. Or maybe you can. You guys will let me know. I have the volume turned down on myself. I'm going to have a little sip of coffee and look at my chat and see who's in here. Can't wait to review this TFV8. The first thing I want to say is I'm sorry things have been so inconsistent lately. It's just been summertime vacation, and I didn't really adequately plan on all the chaos that was going on with everyone's schedule. So anyway, that's why we've been so off schedule lately. I'm just looking for my chat. And we're pretty much back on track here. Just trying to make sure everybody's shouted out to you. Oh, there we are. Hello, chat. Look at that. JD, Owen. We got Andy Bud, Rocksteady, everybody. Hey. And they can hear me great. Owen, what's up, man? All right. That's great. It's great to see you. I'm going to pop that out and stick that over here. So I'm pretty excited about this TFV8. I'm going to get right into it because it's cool. I have this thing sitting right here on the desk. Gong, 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 gong. Look at that. The Smok TFV8 Cloud Beast. And as you can see in here, I've got the RB8 deck in here right now just so I can show you the two factory coils. And I'm going to put one of these in here and vape on it again. And I'll just give you a good look at this. And we'll do a whole separate video on all about rebuilding on this thing. It actually isn't very hard. But there's a lot of room on there, so that's why I wasn't very worried about it. So let's set that right there, and I'll show you this box. You're going to see that it's a box. It's actually great packaging. They include everything you need, and they don't actually include the, I believe, 6. No, this is what you get. That's right. And there's another coil that has 6 heads in it, apparently. I hear, and I'd like to get some of those. And this shows everything that's inside there, disclaimers, a couple of codes there for you to scan, and I'll scratch and sniff. This just slides out. Wow. It's one of these boxes. And in here you find, obviously, the scratch and sniff authenticity card, a silica thing, a manual, which is welcome. That covers pretty much on how to everything about how to maintain it. The atomizer in this beautiful tray right here. But they include a great kit. They have both these coils, the RBA deck, which we'll show you in detail, an extra piece of glass, which is key, a couple of rings, one of which says Cloud Beast on it, and one of which says Keep on Vaping. That's really cool. Pardon me. Allen key buried down in there with more silica. Everyone needs some of those. We've all got a billion. And a 510 adapter for the top, which is cool. Extra O-rings. Extra O-ring for the top to fill. Extra screws. And I'll pull that 510 adapter out of there and show it to you. I haven't used this thing, but that's just because I like the chuff. But it's so great for them to include that. This thing comes with a great kit. Keep those out for fun. Let me show you guys the actual coils because they're so cool. This guy is the quad coil. Focus. And you'll notice that this is a 0.15 ohm coil that they say is 50 to 180 watts. And they say it's best 90 to 150. I personally like this thing at about 80 watts. This one has a kind of the airflow is huge and open, there's 24 slots ranged into four. I'm sorry, there's 12 slots ranged into four stripes of three, kind of like an engine. And the airflow works a little bit more like a traditional coil with it going in the side there and all four and up into the middle. And this guy, I vaped for a while. I didn't really love this. The flavor's good. It got a little hot for what I liked, and I only ever really liked it at 80 watts. This is the 8 coil, the octo coil, and I'm hoping this will just focus here the way I like it. Yeah. And this thing is quite amazing, and these are obviously slightly used, these coils. But I absolutely, this one has 4 gigantic airflows, or I'm sorry, juice flows on the side, and cotton packed around 4 quad coils wrapped vertically inside this thing with just direct through airflow. As you can see, that just goes straight to the cotton and the coils. This airflow is as open as anything I've ever seen, ever. And on the deck itself here, let's just pop this little guy off, and I'll show this to you. This is like your TFV8, or TFV4 rather, with the top flow coming in like this. This little O-ring comes off of there, and you can fit nearly anything inside of here. You can fit a big bottle into it and squeeze liquid into it. You can fit any dropper. Here's a dropper. Come on now. And it fits in there just fine. Absolutely, all the way. So I haven't had any problem filling with this thing. It's a big wide thing, and so you can stick almost anything in there and air will still come out. This is great. Make sure that this is always fully sealed, or that you won't get a good vape. You'll see that right there is touching, has to be sealed. And down here you have a 510. This doesn't protrude enough for mechanical, so don't put this in a hybrid. That's only like 1/4 of a millimeter. That's not enough. You definitely don't want to. You can put this on any regulated box. You see it's not adjustable. There's some kind of serial number on there, designed by Smok. It has a dual Cyclops O-ring, or a dual Cyclops airflow inside here. There we go. Can you see it? That's fully open. I'm trying to line that up so you can see it. And as you turn it, it's symmetrical, obviously, so it closes symmetrically. And I find it's really nice. It's some people don't like how it goes all the way around. I like it. And I actually love this thing. It's really firm and stiff and stays exactly where you want it. I really, really like the action on this thing. Everyone else had to copy that. To pull this guy off, like I said, I have the RBA deck in here right now, which you guys are going to want to see. It is right here. There was just a small amount of e-liquid still stuck in there. This is an example of these threads being not super duper stellar. You see how I have trouble sometimes? There we go, it came on. But all the threads are slightly wonky. They're just too small. These are the Claptons that came with it. I stuck these back in here. I put several builds in here, and I put these back in to show you that these are actually pretty good, and they ended up cleaning up real nice. And I've been vaping on them since last night, and they're still clean. This RBDA deck just unscrews. It's got dual juice flow into the sides, and you just wick your cotton down into that, inside this thing. Like I said, we'll do a whole video about this. Me and Skeletor, this will be fun. Those of you who like RBA decks are going to like this. There's no question. It's not as leaky as the Griffin, easier to build on, as easy to build on as the Heracles RTA2. And there's your bottom base with that dual Cyclops airflow right there, going all the way. And I'm going to put in this octacoil, which I just love. And see, here's some more threads that I have trouble. There we go, I got them in. They went in there. But see, it's just not perfect there. And I'm just going to wipe this off slightly, because I need some wiping. Come and wipe my coil. There we go. I really, really love these coils. And the coils are just about $7 each. You can get them for about $20 for a 3-pack or $21. And don't forget that if you use the code OVHQTV at Vapor & Co, that you get 20% off of these. So I'll tell you guys all this during the summary as well. So we're going to screw that back in there. And this is another case where the threads aren't perfect. They go in there. It's good. It's okay. But when they don't, you'll have trouble. But when you do, you won't. So make sure that's good and tight. And We're back together, ready to fill that up with some more delicious juice. Let's go back up to the top of the review. Let's talk about this thing. First of all, I want to thank Andy Budd over at Vapor & Co. for providing this thing for a review. That's Vapor & Co. right there. If you use the code OVHQTV, you get 20% off. So this thing is only $40, and the coils come out to about $5.30 each, so you can get 3 of them for about $17, which is more than the Crown coils, but these are really much, much better. And I just want to go over the overall with this thing while I vape on it with this octa-coil in it. This tank basically has the best sub-ohm flavor yet. It's insanely easy to fill. They have super great factory coils. It has a great RBA section that everyone's going to love, and we'll do a whole new video on that. And really, I don't really have tons of cons. The only things I really have to say about it are that this thing is not going to be suitable for people who like mouth to lung. This is really a big cloud thing for big flavor. And mouth to lung is great flavor too. It's just that this is a lot more volume, and we're going to go through a lot more volume of juice. And that's going to bug a lot of people. It bugs me some, but just get ready to go through a lot of juice with this. They need to improve the thread slightly. Just a little thing. I know they can do that with a revision. Otherwise, this thing is solid and clean. It doesn't leak, and I like that. And I would personally like them to lower the weight just a little bit, but that's not too important. I don't think many people will share that. I gave it a grade. Grade's A. This wins the sub-ohm, super sub-ohm tank flavor war as far as I'm concerned. And let's get Skeletor on here and thank everybody. First of all, thanks for watching these videos. If you like them, like and subscribe. And don't forget, we're Orbital Vaping headquarters, and we have shows 3, 4, 5 times a week with live shows with me, Skeletor Vapes, and Vaping Anthrax. All right.